Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Edgerton 30K Media. In today's video, we're going to be going over the 180,000 miles service. And as you guys have known, my TSX right here is a 2005 six-speed model. It just hit 180,000 miles. And as far as being very reliable, I've had it, never had any issues. It's been great to me. Little minor things here and there, but I kind of wanted to tell you guys what exactly I did to get to that point and to allow me to keep my car running for another 100,000 miles without any major issues. So a lot of the things that I had focused on was basically suspension related and some minor leaks here and there, mostly from the valve cover gasket, and I'll tell you guys exactly how to fix that as well. But yeah, if you guys take care of your car, definitely it'll take care of you. I think the K-Series engine in this Acura, and I think it's one of Honda's best engine ever built. A lot of tuning potential. If done right, you can get that thing to rev up to about 10,000 RPMs. But I'm trying to stick to the topic and just kind of give you guys some insight and some basically help you guys. If you guys have a TSX out there, you guys can know what to expect as you guys approach 180,000 miles. So we're going to start off by going over the axle right here. So this is an OEM Honda axle, and I actually had to change this out. As you can tell, the TSX is very sensitive to certain axles that go in the car. And one of the major symptoms that I had in this car was I was driving about 70 miles an hour on the freeway, and the steering wheel would kind of shimmy like this. And before you guys jump to conclusion and say, hey, it's a tire balance, it's an alignment issue, blah, blah, blah. If you guys have done all of that and it's still happening, definitely change the axles out. So once I changed the axles out, the issue went away. And you can either get OEM axles, rebuilt ones, or go with some aftermarket ones. And I actually wanted to save some money, and I went with the aftermarket ones. But the OEM ones probably work best for you. But if you're willing to shelf out about $500-600 for two axles, I wasn't. So yeah, these started leaking actually. So if you guys have issues, I think it's pretty rare to see axles go up to about 100,000 miles. They usually go bad, so you got to replace them at least once throughout the car's lifetime. So replace the axles if you want to keep your car running well. And some symptoms of bad axles are like clicking. When you're driving, you hear like a click, 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 click. You can still drive it; it'll just get worse over time. But you might as well just change it out. So yeah, this is the OEM axle right here, and my car just has fresh axles now, so it's probably gonna last me another 100,000 miles, I'm hoping. These two items right here. So this is the inner tie rod end. So when you change out the tie rod ends on your TSX, you're gonna want to do the inner and outer. The way to check to see if the tie rod end is bad is like if you take it apart, and if you notice, this has been sitting for a while, but you see how there's a lot of play right here? So it should be like firm, like you can't even move this rod around. But when there's this much play, that means it's going bad. So when I hit about 175,000 miles, I noticed that the steering wheel was a little bit, there's a slight shimmy as well. And this could be related to either the inner tie rods going bad, outer tie rods going bad, or the axles. So I decided just to do everything at once. So I replaced the inner tie rod and the outer tie rod. There's a lot of special tools you need. There's a lot of good DIY videos that you can look up online to get this done. The hardest part of the job was actually taking out this inner tie rod boot, because as you can tell, I actually cut it right here because you can't really take this off. There's a lot of good DIYs on this as well. I followed the one on Chris Fix's channel. I'll send you guys a link in the description below, but this is the hardest part, taking everything out. And you actually need a tool for this. So you can buy it on Amazon for like 30 bucks. It's a tool that allows you to put over the housing, like the actual inner tie rod, and you can turn it with the braking bar. So fairly basic job. I use Moog because they're pretty good components, and I've used them before in my other cars, and I've never had any issues. So so far we have the new axles in my car. We have the inner tie rod and the outer tie rod, and new CV boots. I ordered these off of eBay. They're OEM. So another thing that you definitely need to keep in mind is you got to do the valve adjustments on this K-Series motor, because the valves gets really loose, especially the intake side. When you take the time to do the valve adjustments, make sure you change out the valve cover gasket. You also need to change out the grommets. And the valve cover gasket and the grommets were bad on this car. They just literally fell apart when I took off the valve cover. Um, Take your time, you know. There's a lot of good DIYs on here. I had an RSX before, and I did that on my RSX, so very similar. Make sure you follow the correct firing order, which is on 4 cylinders. I believe it's 1, 3, 4, 2. So yeah, just turn the crank until the cam lobes are at 11 and 2 p.m. And then, I mean, this video is not about getting into the specifications and how to do things. It's just basically telling you guys what exactly you need to do to keep your car running. So far it's new axles. It is new inner and outer tie rod ends, new valve recovery gasket, new grommets, and that should take care of the major issues. You know, your car should be idling a lot smoother after you do the valve adjustment. Let's see. I also did a bearing test on my car, and I think the bearings are going bad. I could hear it inside the car, like it was making like a whining noise. And how you check for that is you jack the car up and you kind of wobble the wheel like this, and if it shakes, then you know your bearings are bad. So this car actually has brand new bearings, front and rear, and also has hubs, front and rear hubs. So that cost me, I think, about $800. I actually got that done because I didn't have the right tools. I didn't have the press to press out the old bearing. So yeah, I got it done with a friend who has a shop here in Los Angeles, and he's really awesome. So if you guys need any work done, you know, I can refer you guys to him. But yeah, those are the things that got done on my car. As you guys can tell, I think for this K series motor, it has a timing chain, so you don't need to actually get the timing chain replaced. The tensioner might go out, so you might have to replace that, but it's been good for me so far. To keep up with your regular, you know, oil changes, your maintenance, and change out the transmission fluid. I'm still running the original Denso starter on this car, and also the radiator, OEM radiator. The hoses are original as well. I haven't seen any seepage or anything like any signs of like leaks. So far so good. But we'll keep an eye out on that. And I think going forward, the next job would probably be either the radiator or probably the clutch. But I've seen a lot of TSX owners have 6-speed manual transmissions that have gone over 200,000 miles, and they're still on the original radiator and the original clutch. So I'll probably just, you know, save up some money to do that if I'm going to keep this car for a long time. So yeah, you know, if you guys have any questions or comments, please leave a description below. Yeah, and so far, the TSX has just hit 180,000 miles, and I haven't had any other major issues other than replacing the items that I had just mentioned. So, you know, let's kind of see how far I can keep this car and how long I can keep driving it for without, you know, needing to replace the engine or the transmission. Because I think at that point it's no longer worth it to keep the car, so you should probably sell it or just, you know, give it away to someone that's willing to fix it. So yeah, please leave a comment and email me if you need anything else, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.